Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about cycle syncing your food to your menstrual phase. Now, if you haven't watched my last YouTube video, I would recommend watching that first because it breaks down the basics of what cycle syncing is, and I think that understanding that video before this one will really help you understand this one to its full potential. The concept of eating in sync with your cycle is very simple. Each phase correlates different sets of proteins, grains, vegetables, fruits, and other types of foods that'll help support your body through the hormonal changes that it's experiencing. The way that they categorize the foods for each phase is based on a few things. One being the metabolism of estrogen, two, the production of progesterone, and then three, how it may support your blood sugar through that phase. Throughout the month, you can choose through a variety of different foods. It's not really about restricting or calorie counting. It's more of a free way of eating, and it's kind of just about eating the right thing at the right time to support your body in the way that it needs. Once you get a hang of it, this way of eating becomes very intuitive, and you'll be able to listen to your body and know exactly what it's asking or what it needs. And your body will start to crave the healthier foods versus the foods that sabotage your system. There's a little list of preventative measures that you can take in your menstrual phase, because that's the one that we're talking about today specifically. One being iron replenishment, because we do bleed in this phase. Two, mood and energy stabilization. Three, hydration. And then four, what's four? Oh, inflammation reduction. So one, iron replenishment. This preventative measure is very important because obviously in this phase we are losing blood, which means we are losing iron, and it needs to be replenished, and food is the easiest way to do so. Now, some of the foods that you can eat to help are spinach, kale, red meat, liver, broccoli, and potatoes with the skin. The next preventative is mood and energy. Now, this is very important because during menstruation, our hormones are at an all-time low, but you can compensate by increasing your protein and your healthy fats. This will help stabilize your energy and your mood while also assisting your brain as it adjusts to the downshift in hormones. The lists of food in this category are lentils, chickpeas, sweet potatoes, whole grains, dark chocolate, and egg. The next preventative measure category is hydration. Now, this is very important because during this phase and with what our hormones are doing, we tend to hold on to a little bit more water. So for me personally, my pants tend to feel a little bit tighter, my face will be a little bit fluffier, but some things that will help is staying hydrated and staying away from salt, because salt causes water retention. Now, the list of foods that will help with hydration and flush out that excess water are cucumber, watermelon, celery, and then certain herbal teas. Now, our last preventative measure is reducing inflammation, and it kind of backs up the last one, that fluffy feeling, that water retention, the round face. If we reduce our inflammation, it can help with that, and adding fiber and adding antioxidants will help, and some foods that fall under that category are avocado, salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds, and seaweed. Since we're talking about syncing your food, I want you to know that you can use food to fight your symptoms. And the two things that I'm going to talk about today are bloating and acne, because I feel like those are most common and they're kind of what I struggle with most. Bloating is very common during the menstrual phase. No matter my water intake, how well my food is, no matter how good in tune I am with my cycle syncing, I always experience bloating. It is quite frustrating, but some things that I've learned that have helped is bloating can be a sign of nutrient deficiency, magnesium being one of them. Magnesium is very important during the menstrual phase because it helps relax muscles, which can help with cramping, but it can also help with constipation, which if you're constipated, you're obviously going to be bloated. Now, with bloating, there is a list of foods that I would stay away from. Now, I would stay away from these things all of the time, but if you're going to choose one phase to stay away from them, the menstrual phase is the phase to do so. Now, those foods are caffeine, dairy, and salty things. When it comes to acne, you should be eating leafy greens because they're high in vitamin A. Now, vitamin A are fat soluble, so you want to be consuming them with a healthy fat like avocado or olive oil, or even eggs, because there's healthy fats in eggs. You also want to up your zinc, and some ways to do so are whole grains, sunflower seeds, or any tree nuts for that matter. The foods that I would stay away from to prevent hormonal acne or just acne in general, yes, it's hard to stay away from them all the time, but the menstrual phase specifically would be gluten, I know, a hard one, dairy, soy, and then any seed oils. Seed oils, gotta go. Gotta go. Really, seed oil should be gone all the time, but they're kind of in everything, so it's really hard. I know our menstrual phases are the phases that we dread the most, but I hope with what I just shared, you guys are able to take that and apply it to your own lives and learn with what works best for you, because remember, what works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. Be patient with yourself. Take it one day at a time. Experiment. See what foods you enjoy the most. See what your body craves, what will help you balance and just overall make each phase the easiest. If you guys are wanting to continue to learn about this, continue to tune in because, again, I'm very passionate and want to teach women what we weren't taught. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. No.